G'day, I'm Jake, welcome to CROC. This episode, we're making this. Chassis rub, complete with swage line. It's hard to see, but it's there, you can see the dent. There it is. Let's get into it. Scribbles and measurements on here. Might not make sense to you, but it makes sense to me, which is all that matters. And there it is, all marked out. So I'm going to put some X's so I don't cut the wrong lines. There we go. Next time I'll remember to mark the direction and the orientation. And this one, I have worked out that if I cut this strip off, like this section out, and leave this strip, it will fold up perfectly and meet there on that arc. Maybe a little bit of overhang, which is fine. So the way I'm going to be doing this is to carefully cut along the line and then cut along the top of this edge. It won't have enough material there, but that's okay. And I'll slowly push it up into there and bend it into that shape. And I'll have to add a little bit, which is fine. And same with here, remove this triangle, cut along this edge, and then bend it down. And again, it will be too short. Then I'll put a radius on the end and then cap it. With this swage line, I'm going to try two methods. Well, the first one being a hammer and chisel and trying to knock it in there and all the way up to here, and then sort of onto this cutter. This is an American stamped 32 chassis from America, and it's sunk in. So from here to here is level, and it sinks in and then comes out and then sort of fades up into here. I didn't realise it went all the way up to there, so I'm going to have to redo that. And then at the end here, it just sort of stops. Right, so I was using this one to make the swage line. And then after looking at the big one over there, I realised the line goes up much higher. So I've made this new one that goes up higher. And here it is. So that was the original one. I just ended it there. But after looking at the big one, it actually goes up to here. So this new one, put all the same marks in it, so it lines up. This is a new one, which is not important, it's just the termination point on that one. So yeah. Well, there it is. It's not pretty, but it's just the beginning. Look at all this mess. And they just swept this garage. And we go over here. This bit should fall around here with a little bit extra. I didn't bother cutting that off. Alright, let's get this thing tacked up. It's pretty close. Trying to find a good earth. I'm just going to throw tacks on it, and then after that I'll clean it all up. As you just saw, I welded it up. I had the welder dialed in perfect. Check out that weld. Beautiful. Low amp, low wife speed. Perfect for welding what I was welding. Could run continuous little beads. Blew a few holes here and there. Other than that, like, I filled them in pretty easily. I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm going to clean it all up. There it is, all ground up, as you just saw. You might have saw me hit this with a hammer a few times. There's a slight sort of step, well, not a smooth arc, so I just hit it down. It's better. It's hard to see with all the facets on there. I gotta sand that. But all in all, pretty happy. So this is going to be the inside, just because the line that I need is on the other side. There it is, that one. So I'm going to try, I've got some cold chisels. I'm going to try and beat it in with that. If not, I'll just cut it. I've lost my line here, it goes up to there. And then it goes up a bit and it sort of gets pushed in and that gets pushed in. And so I don't know if it's too close to the edge. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, so I'm going to start by running a chisel along there and up to there. Then I might get the big little hammer of this guy and sort of might put a piece of steel or something on there, a piece of wood, and just try and push this in, and then it should step out right on this edge. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to cut it, bend it, add material, which I really don't want to do. I was hoping to get away with using angle iron and just sort of put that on there as the step, but that's not what the chassis is. I thought it was. I didn't look at it closely before I bought the angled line. Speak English. I didn't look at it closely enough before I bought it and realised the chassis, the proper one, is sunk in. So I'm going to do the same with this one. Very hard to see, but there is a step there. A little bit shallow there. I have to go over it again, I think. There's a few little dents and stuff, which I'll try and get out. There we go, you can see it there. It is just like the big one, except for a little bit more ripply. So I'm using a cold chisel. This is a German one, which doesn't matter. My, I think it's a 5 pound hammer. Then I went and put this on there. It's just a block of steel. I think it's ½ inch, no, maybe about ½ inch, and I was just using it to get this step deeper. Then I went and hit it with this, which did not do much at all. I might just continue on with this, just trying to get it a bit smoother. I might come up with a different technique in the future, like a bit of round bar or something. I couldn't find one. I know I've got one in there somewhere, but it's probably too big for what I wanted. I could probably make a tool. So, just a chunk of this welded to something else, or the bit that I can hit. There's plenty of options I can use in the future. That seemed to work pretty well, except for all the marks, but Nothing a bit of primer and sanding can't fix, these little chisel marks. With the next rail I make, I won't show you the whole process. I might show you this again if I come up with a different solution.